Coming up, find out which former member of One Direction is releasing a new album.
And which U.S. gymnast just had a baby.
All that and more tonight, November 4th.
From Boston, this is WEBN News.
Welcome to WEBN Entertainment. I'm Kristen Bollier.
And I'm Maria Sato. We begin with the latest on Harry Styles.
Harry Styles is releasing a second album, and we have the release date. It's titled Fine Line, and it will be out December 13th. Styles teased the new album cover on his Instagram and Twitter. The cover has a circus feel, and he stands tall through a circled lens. He describes the new album as being all about sex and feeling sad.
Retired Olympic gymnast Shawn Johnson announced her baby daughter's arrival earlier today. Johnson shared a sweet family photo with her newborn and her husband Andrew East on Instagram. The baby is already Insta-famous with over 200,000 followers. The couple documented Johnson's pregnancy on their YouTube channel from their pregnancy announcement to complications and milestones they went through. The gender was a surprise at birth.
Actress Lori Loughlin and her husband are now facing a third federal charge in the college admissions scandal. They are trying to keep their lives as normal as possible. If convicted, they will face an estimated 50 years in prison. The couple has pled not guilty to all charges. Their next court appearance is set for January 17th.
Jeopardy! Host Alex Trebek is teaming with World Pancreatic Cancer Coalition. The TV host is currently battling stage 4 cancer. Trebek is spreading awareness about the disease and its symptoms. Pancreatic cancer is often not diagnosed until later stages, and he says he wished he knew sooner. He encourages people to wear purple this month to support and spread the word about the disease.
Taylor Swift is saying that woman shaming puts her in a really sad place. In an interview with Beats One Radio, she talks about how she experienced minimizing treatment towards women in the music industry. Swift says her skills and craft in writing songs were instead called something of just tricks. Speaking of musicians, a lot has been happening in the world of music.
Let's head over to Victoria Gonzalez for more.
Thanks, guys. A new singer is coming to Vegas. Kelly Clarkson will be beginning her Las Vegas residency next year. The show is named after one of her songs, Invincible, and it will debut on April 1st. There are currently 16 dates at the Zappos Theater at Planet Hollywood Resort and Casino. Taylor Swift will be honored as the Artist of the Decade at this year's American Music Awards. Swift has already won 23 AMAs, the most awards in award show's history. The last person to receive this award was Garth Brooks back in 2000. The singer has 5 nominations and will also perform at the show November 24th. Dove Cameron's latest music video for her new song, So Good, has just dropped. Her look was inspired by nature as she appears surrounded by flowers and leaves. In the lyrics, the Descendants star expresses her happiness, which matched the smooth and colorful visuals of the video. This was Cameron's 3rd single since recently launching her music career in September. That's all I have for music this week. Back to you, Kristen and Maria.
Thanks, Victoria. When we come back, find out which movie star is back in action.
And which talk show host is receiving a special award at the Golden Globes. Don't go anywhere.
Did you know bicyclists are often injured by vehicle doors opening into their path? To prevent hitting a cyclist with a car door, drivers should use their right hand to open the door, which forces them to look back over their shoulders so they can see people approaching on bicycles. Passengers should do the same using their left hands in case someone is riding a bicycle to the right of the vehicle. This simple safety procedure is an important step in keeping our roads safe. Remember, scan the street for wheels and feet.
Today I'm going to talk to you about physics. Come on in, girls. Let's go. This is the first rocket to get humans to Mars.
Really tall.
I'm a rocket structural engineer, designing and building parts of the rocket. You are the generation that will be stepping foot on Mars. Do I have a group of astronauts on my hands?
Yes.
You can become a rocket scientist or whatever else you want to be.
They call me Maxie, but I prefer tripod. I was your above-average four-legged homie, and then wham, bam, minivan. Some people pity me. Now that's lame. I still run, fetch, and swim. And the ladies love me. I'm the ultimate wingman. Just don't ask me to high five.
Sometimes the things we do or say can make others feel hurt, excluded, or isolated. Everything you say and do creates an impact.
How am I supposed to save the whole world?
You can't think about saving the world. You have to think about saving one person.
Because of you, someone's entire life can change. You don't have to be a superhero to have a positive impact.
Friends?
Friends.
Welcome back to WEBN Entertainment.
We continue with the latest on Demi Moore.
Demi Moore is opening up on the red table. She and her 3 daughters are opening up on Demi's relapse. They went 3 years without speaking, and they discuss more on how her relationships affected her mental health. This comes after her recent book titled Inside Out.
Comedian Kevin Hart is back. He has recovered after suffering substantial injuries from a car accident 2 months ago. He posted his first video to Instagram documenting his recovery from his back injuries. Hart says not to take today for granted because tomorrow is not promised. Hart also sent a message of support to his friend Jared Black, who was driving the car when the crash happened.
A special award is being given at the Golden Globe this year.
Here with more on that is our movies and TV correspondent, Natalie Benoit.
Thanks, ladies. The Golden Globes last year became the first time anyone received the Carol Burnett Award. Now it's going to another iconic woman in television. The Hollywood Foreign Press Association has chosen the one and only Ellen DeGeneres as the award's second recipient. The Carol Burnett Award is named after the actress and comedian who first received the honor and recognizes lifetime achievement in TV. President of the HFPA, Lorenzo Soria, says Ellen is a pioneer who has captivated audiences for nearly 25 years with her undeniable charm and wit. The TV personality will take home the Carol Burnett Award on January 5th. Game of Thrones fans, get ready because a prequel is coming. HBO has confirmed a spin-off series based on George R.R. Martin's 2018 book Fire and Blood. The prequel, called House of Dragons, takes place 300 years before the events of the GOT storyline. But the 10 episodes may take longer to film. Martin, who is expected to co-write the new series, says he won't start working on any scripts until he's finished and delivered his next book, Winds of Winter. House of Dragons has yet to receive a premiere date, so it looks like fans will just have to hang on to Game of Thrones in the meantime. Netflix will be releasing a new epic fantasy series, one that many have dubbed as the streaming service's very own Game of Thrones. The Witcher is based off of the Polish novels and video games with the same name. The upcoming adaptation stars Hollywood hunk Henry Cavill, who plays a monster hunter on a mission to rid the continent of wicked beasts. Netflix released a trailer this past week, receiving an overwhelming amount of positive reactions. The official release date for The Witcher is December 20th. An 11-year-old Evan Alex starred in Jordan Peele's thriller, Us. Now he's working on his very own horror script. The young actor told The Hollywood Reporter, quote, "I've talked to Jordan about it. I've talked to him about the horror and about how I want this to be a little like Game of Thrones." Alex even dressed up as Peele for Halloween. I guess we'll have to see if the up-and-coming director will include the same jump scares as his mentor. That's all I have for movies and TV this week. Back to you, ladies.
Thanks, Natalie. When we come back, find out which designer is saying goodbye to the industry.
And which actor applied to work at P.F. Chang's.
They call me Maxie, but I prefer tripod. I was your above-average four-legged homie, and then wham, bam, minivan. Some people pity me. Now that's lame. I still run, fetch, and swim. And the ladies love me. I'm the ultimate wingman. Just don't ask me to high five.
You can achieve a lot using your imagination. I mean, I don't like to brag, but... Wait, who's that? And why is she all over these achievement awards? But with STEM, the sky's the limit. Shaboom! Use STEM to envision... Okay, I'm seeing it. Yeah! Invent...
Got any ideas?
I've got a few, actually. And create a better world.
Told you she's super smart.
If she can STEM, so can you. Find out more at She Can STEM.
Here you go.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Queen is just my everything.
His smile did it. His smile, his eyes, his knowledge. My landlord, he decided that he wanted me to move based on the fact that I was transgender. Let's just respect people in everyday life for just being human.
Welcome back to WEBN Entertainment.
There's a lot happening in the world of fashion.
Let's head over to Leon Liu for the latest on Zac Posen's label.
Thanks, Maria and Kristen. New York-based fashion designer Zac Posen is closing his prestigious brand. The fashion label's owners, House of Z and Z Spoke, announced that the company will cease business operations with Posen's line, which launched in 2001. The decision is based on a financial review of the businesses and the fashion line sales. The folding of the company include Zac Posen, House of Z, and Zac Collections. However, Posen's creative ability is still enticing fans. His most memorable design includes Sandra Oh's Emmy appearance and the light-up, Cinderella-like dress he created for Claire Danes' Met Gala look. There's no reason we shouldn't see more of Posen in the near future. German Elle is facing backlash. The magazine has issued an apology after being slammed for their November issue. It featured the tagline, "Black is back," which some have said implies that the models of color are back in fashion. And even though the cover says "Back to Black," a white woman is featured as a cover model. The publications feature the profile of 6 new black models, including well-known supermodel Joanne Smalls. To make matters worse, the bio for the model Janae Furman mistakenly features a picture of Naomi Cheng-Wing. Earlier this morning, German Elle apologized for making several mistakes in their attempt to highlight the work of models of color. The moon was full and the stars were out this Halloween. There was no shortage of impressive celebrity costumes Thursday night. But we've narrowed it down to the top contenders. The Super Bass Hatemaker wore an elaborate design for her Harley Quinn-inspired creation. Nicki Minaj rocked fishnet tights, pink and blue locks, and a baseball bat. Minaj's husband, Kenneth Petty, matched as the Joker. Despite recently having to evacuate his home during the Getty fire, LeBron James somehow managed the spooky slam dunk. The Lakers star forward slashed through the costume competition as Edward Scissorhands. Finally, we have the West family as the Flintstones. Kim dressed up as Betty Rubble, Sing was Fred, Norris dressed up as Wilma, Chicago was Pebbles, and Sam was Bam Bam. And of course, Yeezy himself was in a dino suit. Some other honorable mentions are Sierra and Russell Wilson's as Beyonce and Jay-Z from their music video, and Stormy dressed up as Mama Kylie in her Met Gala look. That's all I have for fashion this week. Back to you guys.
Thanks, Leon. Teen Mom 2 star Janelle Evans announced her split with her husband David Eason on Instagram. She did not mention the reasoning to the divorce, but she has moved out of the house they shared. Evans says she has filed the papers to start officializing the divorce. The news comes after Evans was let go from Teen Mom 2 earlier this year.
Bill Murray, actor, comedian, P.F. Chang's employee. On Amy Schumer's podcast, Murray admits to applying for a job at P.F. Chang simply because it looks like they are having the best time. Once the chain caught wind of his love for the company, they reached out to him via Twitter, writing, "Bill, you're hired. When can you start?"
The Duchess of Sussex, Meghan Markle, doesn't want people to love her. She just wants to be heard. She revealed her struggles after attending the opening of Luminaire Bakery's new location. The organization helps to empower disadvantaged women and give them employment opportunities. Markle said at the event that we all have a story to tell, and she feels honored that she is getting to hear their stories.
Thank you so much for joining us tonight. For WEBN Entertainment, I'm Kristen Bollier.
And I'm Maria Sato. Have a great night.